Have you ever asked ChatGPT a question and wondered where it gets its answers? Or maybe you've noticed that weird AI-powered summary at the top of your Google search results. This isn't just a cool new feature. It's a fundamental shift in how we find information online. And for anyone who creates content or runs a business, it's changing everything. For decades, the name of the game was SEO, search engine optimization. You'd sprinkle keywords, build backlinks, and do everything you could to climb to the top of Google's search results page. But what happens when there's no results page? What happens when the search engine just gives you one single synthesized answer? That's where a brand new field comes in, and it's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. It's the new frontier of digital marketing, and understanding it now will put you miles ahead of the competition. So, what exactly is it, and how is it different from the SEO we all know and love? Let's break it down. Traditional SEO is all about ranking high on a list of blue links. It's a competition for position. GEO, on the other hand, is about something different. It's about becoming part of the AI's brain. It's the practice of making sure your brand, your information, and your content are so good, so authoritative, and so well-structured that generative AI models like ChatGPT, Google, Gemini, and Perplexity choose to cite you in their answers. Instead of fighting for a spot on a list, you're fighting to become a trusted source for the AI itself. The term generative engine optimization is surprisingly new. It was first officially introduced in an academic paper in November 2023. Researchers didn't just coin a new buzzword, they proved it was a real, measurable thing. They even created a benchmark called GeoBench to test how different optimization techniques could influence AI-generated answers. Their findings were clear. Certain strategies significantly increase the chances of a source being included in an AI's response. This isn't just a theory. It's a new science, and the industry's catching on fast. Digital marketing experts are realizing that simply relying on old-school SEO isn't enough anymore. Why? Because user behavior is changing. Recent data shows that while over half of all website traffic still comes from traditional organic search, a whopping 58% of search queries are now conversational. People are talking to their devices, asking complex questions, and expecting direct answers. They don't want a list of 10 links to sift through. They want the answer right now. This has led to a new way of thinking. Instead of seeing SEO, AEO, which is Answer Engine Optimization for Voice Assistants, and GEO as separate battles, smart marketers see them as three pillars of a single, unified content strategy. You need to be visible on Google's classic search page. You need to be the answer Alexa gives, and you need to be cited in a ChatGPT response. They all work together. So, how does this change things in practice? Think about the platforms. We're now dealing with two main types of AI-powered search. First, you have the hybrids, like Google Search and Bing. They still give you the familiar list of search results, but they now slap an AI-generated summary, like Google's AI overviews, right at the top. This summary might pull information from several websites, creating a single answer before the user even sees the first link. Then you have the dedicated generative engines. These are platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. You ask them a question, and they don't give you a list of links at all. They give you a single, synthesized response. These are pure answer engine. GEO is primarily focused on winning inside these platforms, where being cited is the only form of visibility you can get. This transition from a link-based internet to a context-based one is profound. With traditional SEO, your success was measured by things like your click-through rate, your bounce rate, and your ranking on the first page. These metrics are becoming less relevant in a world of zero-click searches, where users get their answer without ever visiting a website. So, what do we measure instead? Welcome to the new world of geometric. Instead of rankings, we're talking about a generative appearance score, which measures how often your brand shows up in AI answers. We're looking at your share of AI voice, which is the percentage of relevant AI answers that mention your brand. And we're reusing AI citation tracking to monitor every single time an AI references your content as a source. Digital marketing dashboards are being completely redesigned to track these new cases because visibility no longer starts on a search page, starts inside an AI-generated conversation. Now, for the million-dollar question, how do you actually do generative engine optimization? How do you make an AI trust you? While the field is still evolving, some key principles are emerging, and they all circle back to one core idea: quality and authority. First, your content needs to be E. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. This is a concept from Google that's become even more critical for GEO. AI models are trained to identify and prioritize content from sources that demonstrate real-world experience and deep expertise. This means you need to create content that is factually accurate, well-researched, and clearly demonstrates why you're an authority on the topic. Citing your sources, linking to academic papers, and featuring expert authors are no longer just good practices, they are GEO essential. Second, think in terms of entities and topics. Not just keywords, large language models understand the world through a network of interconnected concepts or entities. An entity is a person, place, organization, or concept. Your goal is to establish your brand as a primary entity associated with your target topics. You can do this by using structured data like schema markup on your website. This is code that explicitly tells search engines what your content is about. For example, you can label your company as an organization, your product as a product, and an article's author as a person. This helps the AI connect the dots and understand who you are and what you are an expert in. Third, focus on conversational language and answering questions directly. Remember, people are asking AI full questions. Your content should be structured to answer those questions clearly and concisely using FAQ sections, how-to guides, and clear headings that pose and answer common questions in your niche is a powerful geo strategy. You are essentially pre-packaging the answers for the AI, making it easy for it to grab your information and present it to the user. Fourth, originality and unique data are your superpowers. In a world flooded with generic AI-generated content, unique insights, original research, and proprietary data will make you stand out. If you conduct a survey, publish a case study, or analyze data in a new way, you are creating information that the AI can't find anywhere else. This makes you an invaluable source, and the AI will be more likely to cite you for it. Becoming the primary source for a statistic or a key finding is the holy grail of GEO finally. A strong, Clean brand presence across the web is crucial. The AI doesn't just look at your website, it looks at your Wikipedia page, your social media profiles, your customer reviews, and mentions of your brand in reputable news articles. Building a consistent and positive brand narrative everywhere online reinforces your authority and trustworthiness in the eyes of the AI. The rise of generative AI isn't the end of SEO, it's the next stage of it's a move away from technical tricks and towards a genuine focus on creating the highest quality, most authoritative, and most helpful content possible. The platforms that win in this new era will be the ones that earn the trust of both humans and artificial intelligence. Generative Engine Optimization is the roadmap to building that trust. It's a whole new game, and it's just getting started. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this dive into the future of search interesting, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the cutting edge of digital technology. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about GEO? Is it the future or just another buzzword? I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next one.
Tired of battling for clicks in traditional search results? Well, get ready for a paradigm shift because generative AI is rewriting the rules of online visibility. Welcome to the era of Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. This isn't just a new buzzword. It's a fundamental change in how customers will find you. Forget just ranking for keywords. In the world of AI search, your goal is to become the trusted source that AI engines like ChatGPT and Google's AI overviews quote directly. Today, I'm going to walk you through a 5-step blueprint to master GEO and ensure your business doesn't just survive, but thrives in this new landscape. We'll cover everything from shaping your brand's AI-powered story to creating content that AI simply can't ignore. So, if you're ready to future-proof your marketing, stick around. First things first, you need to actively manage your brand narrative. Think about it, generative engines don't have opinions. They synthesize information that already exists online. So, whatever the internet says about your brand becomes the basis for AI recommendations. This is a huge shift. Unlike traditional SEO, where you're just competing for a click on a results page, GEO is about ensuring consistent, positive messaging across every single digital touchpoint. Your first action step is to conduct a thorough audit. Google your brand, your products, and your key people. What comes up? Are the mentions positive, negative, or neutral? Are they accurate? This is your baseline. From there, you need to develop crystal clear positioning statements. What specific problem do you solve? Who is your ideal customer? And what makes your solution genuinely different from the competition? This isn't just marketing fluff. In generative search, products are recommended with specific reasons. Your content must explicitly state why someone should choose you. A great way to start is by creating comprehensive fact content that directly addresses common questions and concerns. Finally, you need to constantly monitor how AI engines are currently describing your brand. Go to ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Google's AI search and ask questions about your industry and products. Are you mentioned? If so, what is the context? This ongoing vigilance is crucial to shaping your digital identity in the age of AI. Next, let's talk about keyword research. While your old keyword lists are still valuable, GEO demands a new, more conversational approach. You need to understand how real people talk when they ask questions. AI search optimization is all about targeting longer, question-based phrases that mirror natural speech patterns. Your research process needs to evolve. Start by identifying which of your existing keywords are already triggering AI overviews in Google search. This tells you what topics Google's AI already considers important. Then, dive deep into question-based queries related to your expertise. Instead of just best running shoes, think what are the best running shoes for a beginner with flat feet? Tools like AlsoScript or Answer the Public are fantastic for this, as they help you visualize the web of related questions people are searching for. Once you have this data, you can map conversational versions to your core keywords, creating powerful keyword clusters. When it comes to implementation, lead with one primary focus keyword per page, but then support it with a variety of natural language variations and related questions. Your goal is to create content that not only answers the explicit question a user asks, but also the implied, follow-up questions they haven't even thought of yet. This positions your content as the most helpful and comprehensive resource, making it a prime candidate for AI citation. With your AI-focused keywords in hand, the third step is to create comprehensive, authoritative content. Let's be clear, the days of thin, 500-word blog posts are over. AI engines are designed to prioritize content that demonstrates deep expertise and provides complete, satisfying answers. Your mission is to become the definitive resource in your niche. This is where the concept of EAT comes into play: experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. You need to prove you know what you're talking about. How? Start by sharing your own personal experiences. Showcase your expertise with detailed, thorough information that goes far beyond a surface-level overview. Establish authority by featuring quotes, interviews, or insights from other respected experts in your industry. And build trust by being transparent and providing real value. Your content should answer real user questions, not just be a vehicle for stuffing keywords. Think about what truly helps your audience. Incorporating multimedia like infographics, videos, and detailed images can also significantly enhance understanding and signal quality to AI engines. Some key quality indicators that AI loves are original research, data points, updated statistics, and clear, actionable advice. When an AI engine is looking for the best possible answer to a user's query, you want your content to be the undeniable choice. Step 4 is all about optimizing your content structure for AI parsing. You could have the most brilliant, authoritative content in the world, but if an AI can't easily understand and extract the key information, it's useless for GEO. This goes beyond traditional on-page SEO. You need to think like a machine and structure your information architecture accordingly. The most important practice is using a clear heading hierarchy. Your H1 tag is the main title, H2s are major sections, H3s are subsections, and so on. This creates a logical outline that AI can instantly read and comprehend. Next, use bullet points and numbered lists to summarize complex information. They are incredibly easy for both humans and AI to scan and digest. Keep your paragraphs short and to the point. Aim for under 4 sentences whenever possible to improve readability. Use formatting strategically. Bolding key facts, statistics, or definitions helps them stand out and signals their importance to parsing algorithms. Beyond formatting, ensure your content has a logical flow, presenting information in the order a user would naturally need it. On the technical side, implementing schema markup for things like facts, reviews, and products is no longer optional. This structured data is like a direct line of communication to search engines, helping them understand the precise context of your content. By optimizing your structure, you're essentially giving AI a roadmap to your information, making it incredibly easy for them to cite you as the source. Finally, we arrive at step 5, tracking and measuring your GEO performance. How do you know if your efforts are actually working? The metrics for GEO are different from what you might be used to. While traffic and rankings still matter, you need to look at a new set of indicators that reflect your visibility within AI-generated answers. The first key metric is AI citation frequency. How often is your website, your content, or your brand mentioned in AI responses for your target queries? You also need to analyze the context of those mentions. Is the AI describing your products and services accurately and positively? Another critical metric is conversion quality. Often, users coming from an AI-generated answer have higher intent. They've already received a detailed recommendation, so when they click through to your site, they're often further along in the buying journey. Track these users separately to see if they convert at a higher rate. Lastly, you need to measure your share of voice within the AI ecosystem. How does your presence compare to your competitors in AI results? There are emerging tools to help with this. You can manually test queries in ChatGPT or Perplexity and track brand inclusion. HubSpot even has an AI search grader to assess your visibility. The key is to be proactive. By regularly monitoring these new metrics, you can refine your GEO strategy and stay ahead of the curve. So there you have it, your 5-step framework for conquering generative engine optimization. We've covered managing your brand narrative, conducting AI-focused keyword research, creating authoritative content, optimizing your structure for parsing, and measuring your success. The digital world is changing fast, but by embracing these strategies, you are not just adapting, you're repositioning your business to be the authority that both future customers and the AI that guides them will trust. It's a new frontier, but it's one filled with incredible opportunity. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content on the future of marketing and SEO. If you have any questions about GEO or want to share your own experiences, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep innovating.
Ever wonder why your content rocks on Google but disappears inside ChatGPT or Perplexity?
Welcome to the Wild West of Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. It's not just about keywords anymore. It's about speaking the right language for each AI. Stick around, and I'll break down exactly how to tailor your content to dominate every major AI search platform. First up, the giant in the room, ChatGPT. To win here, you need to be the ultimate expert. Think of it like writing the most comprehensive guide on a topic.
ChatGPT loves deep, thorough coverage.
You need to signal your expertise clearly. This isn't the time to be humble. We're talking authoritative source citations, a conversational yet professional tone, and in-depth explanations that don't just scratch the surface. So what does that look like in practice? ChatGPT prefers content that provides real value. Instead of just saying, do this, show your audience how to do this with step-by-step guidance. Give them actionable advice they can implement immediately. Weave in quotes from industry leaders and share insightful data. When you mention your product or service, don't just drop a link. Position it naturally as a solution within the context of the problem you're solving. For example, instead of buy our software, try for this next step. A tool like our software can automate the process, saving you hours of manual work. It's about being a helpful guide, not just a salesperson. Your goal is to become the go-to resource that ChatGPT trusts and references. Next, let's talk about Perplexity. If ChatGPT is the knowledgeable professor, Perplexity is the diligent research assistant who demands to see your sources. The #1 rule for Perplexity optimization is to make your content citation-friendly. Every major claim you make needs a backup. Credibility and authority are everything. Perplexity prioritizes fresh, up-to-date information. So citing a study from 10 years ago won't cut it. Your content needs to be built on a foundation of clear, factual statements. So, what kind of content thrives here? Anything with well-sourced claims and verifiable data. Think recent statistics, new research findings, and expert commentary that's backed by evidence. And don't forget to linking to authoritative sources like academic journals, government reports, or established industry publications tells Perplexity that you've done your homework. Structure your articles so that facts and citations are easy for the AI to identify and pull. The more credible of your sources, the more likely Perplexity is to feature your content in its answers. Now, let's not forget the big one, Google's AI overviews. This is where the old world meets the new. AI overviews are a hybrid, blending traditional SEO signals with the new preferences of generative AI. If you've been doing your SEO homework, you're already halfway there. Google's AI pulls heavily from content that already ranks well in traditional search results. A key strategy here is featured snippet optimization. That little answer box at the top of the search results? That's prime real estate for AI overviews. Structure your content with clear headings and concise answers to specific questions. Think like a user and ask, what is the single most important answer someone needs? and then provide it directly. If you're a local business, local relevance is your superpower. Make sure your Google business profile is pristine and your content is packed with local keywords and information. Finally, schema markup is non-negotiable. This structured data is like a cheat sheet for Google's AI, telling it exactly what your page is about, whether it's a product, a recipe, or an event. The clearer you make things for Google, the more likely you are to be featured in those valuable AI overviews. All right, we've covered the what to do, but just as crucial is understanding what asterisk, not asterisk to do. Making these common mistakes can tank your visibility across all AI platforms. Let's start with content blunders. First, keyword stuffing. Just like with traditional search, AI engines are smart.
They can spot when you're unnaturally cramming keywords into your text, and they will penalize you for it.
It looks spammy and offers a poor user experience. Another major pitfall is thin content. Surface-level articles that just rehash what everyone else is saying won't establish you as an authority. AI engines are looking for depth and unique insights. Similarly, outdated information is a killer. The generative world moves fast, and AI wants to provide the most current, relevant data possible. If your stats are from 5 years ago, you're not going to be seen as a reliable source. And please, structure your content. A giant wall of text with no headings, lists, or breaks is impossible for a human to read, and it's just as difficult for an AI to parse and understand. Finally, missing citations. Making bold claims without backing them up with sources is a huge red flag. It destroys credibility and tells the AI that your content can't be trusted. Beyond the content itself, there are technical mistakes that can cripple your generative SEO efforts. A big one is ignoring schema markup. We touched on this with Google, but it's important across the board. Schema is a powerful language that helps AI engines understand the context of your content. Not using it is like trying to give directions in a language the other person doesn't speak. You're missing a massive opportunity to provide clarity. Next is poor site performance. If your website is slow to load, users will leave, and AI crawlers will get frustrated. A slow site hurts both traditional SEO and GEO, so optimizing your site speed is a critical foundational step. The same goes for mobile optimization. A huge portion of searches happens on mobile devices, and AI engines need to be able to access and read your content flawlessly on any screen size. If your site isn't mobile-friendly, you're essentially invisible to a huge chunk of your potential audience. Lastly, broken internal linking. A well-structured website with logical internal links helps AI crawlers understand the hierarchy of your content and how different topics relate to each other. A messy site with broken links just confuses them and hurts your overall authority.
Finally, let's zoom out and look at the strategic mistakes that can hold you back.
The first is focusing only on the volume of content. In the age of GEO, quality trumps quantity every single time. One incredibly detailed, well-researched, authoritative article is worth more than 10 thin, generic blog posts. Don't burn out your team creating content just for the sake of it. Focus on creating pillar pieces that can serve as the definitive resource on a topic. Another huge strategic error is neglecting traditional SEO. I see a lot of people getting excited about GEO and thinking they can just forget about the fundamentals. That's a massive mistake! GEO and traditional SEO are not separate things. They work together.
A strong technical SEO foundation, a healthy backlink profile, and high-ranking content are the launchpad for your GEO success.
They are two sides of the same coin. Also, be consistent with your brand messaging. If your website says one thing, your social media says another, and your guest posts say something else entirely. You're sending mixed signals that will confuse AI engines. A clear, consistent brand voice and message across all platforms helps the AI understand who you are and what you stand for. And finally, the biggest mistake of all is not monitoring your results. GEO is a new and evolving field. What works today might not work tomorrow. You have to be constantly tracking your performance, analyzing the data, seeing what's working, And being willing to adapt your strategy, set it and forget it, is not an option. So, to recap, customize your content for each platform, deep expertise for ChatGPT, solid citations for Perplexity, and a blend of SEO and clear answers for Google AI overviews. Avoid common pitfalls like keyword stuffing and technical neglect. And remember that a smart strategy focuses on quality over quantity and integrates GEO with your traditional SEO efforts. It's a whole new game, but by understanding the rules, you can position yourself to win. Thank you so much for watching.
I hope this deep dive into generative engine optimization was helpful.
If you got value from this video, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We'll see ya in the next one.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that's about to completely change the game for every business with an online presence. You've heard of SEO, right? Search engine optimization. Well, forget everything you thought you knew, because the marketing world has just entered its plot twist era. Right now, as we speak, AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity are starting to answer questions directly. Think about that for a second. No more clicking on a list of blue links. Users get instant answers. This means brands all over the world, especially in a hyper-competitive market like Jakarta, are starting to freak out. Their hard-earned visibility is vanishing from Google and reappearing inside these AI-generated paragraphs. But what if you could control what the AI says about you? What if you could become the asterisk trusted answer? Asterisk, there's one Jakarta-based agency that's quietly rewriting the rules of digital marketing. They're called undercover.co.id, and they are Indonesia's very first ChatGPT optimization and generative engine optimization powerhouse. They don't just optimize for Google anymore. They optimize for AI itself. They are literally teaching these massive language models how to understand, trust, and most importantly, recommend your brand. This isn't just a small shift. It's a whole new game. We're moving from SEO to what's called GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. Let me break it down. Old school SEO is all about keywords. You target best coffee in Jakarta and hope your website ranks #1. But new GEO is all about context. Instead of just ranking a website, GEO ensures that powerful AI models like ChatGPT and Gemini recognize your business as an authority in its field. Think of it this way. When someone goes to ChatGPT and asks, "What's the best digital agency in Jakarta?" You want the AI to confidently mention your asterisk name? Undercover's entire GEO system is built from the ground up to make that happen. Their approach is simple but profound. They teach the machines to trust you. This is crucial because AI models don't crawl the web like Google's bots. They read, learn, and infer. If your brand story isn't clear, contextually strong, and verified, you're basically invisible in this new ecosystem. So, how does Undercover Co-ID achieve this? They've built a unique workflow for ChatGPT optimization that operates on 3 critical layers. First is knowledge graph alignment. This is about making sure AI understands the fundamental data about your brand, who you are, what you do, and why you're an authority. It's like giving the AI your business card, but in a language it can perfectly comprehend. Second, they use something called LLM prompt embedding optimization. This is a fancy way of saying they structure your content so that the AI's algorithmic memory automatically connects your brand name with your specific niche. It's about building an unbreakable association in the AI's mind. And the third layer is the human plus machine trust loop. This is where the magic really happens. They use real media citations and structured data to prove your credibility to both human readers and AI engines simultaneously. It's a dual-pronged attack on obscurity. The result? Your brand doesn't just show up as a forgotten link on Google. It becomes the default, trusted answer in AI chat results. Now, I was curious about the team behind this revolution. Undercover isn't your typical agency, with gray cubicles and marketing buzzword bingo. Their office feels more like a startup lab. You have developers, SEO strategists, and data engineers sitting right next to prompt engineers, all collaborating and testing hundreds of ChatGPT query sets every single day. Their mission is crystal clear. Make Indonesian brands visible in the age of AI. They are already working with a diverse range of clients across Jakarta, from agile startups to huge corporate groups and even media outlets, helping them restructure their entire content ecosystem for this new AI-first world. Every project they take on includes a full AI content audit, an entity analysis, and a comprehensive geo map. This ensures your brand doesn't just exist on the old web, but is firmly planted where the next generation of search is actually happening. It's a complete paradigm shift. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does ChatGPT optimization actually work? Undercover's approach brilliantly merges the science of SEO with the logic of AI training. First, they perform extensive data collection. They gather every single digital footprint your brand has ever made: social media posts, news mentions, your website's code, all of it. Then comes entity mapping. They build a structured knowledge map, almost like a digital blueprint of your business, connecting your identity with verified signals like press features, customer reviews, and technical schema. This map tells the AI this brand is legitimate, and here's the proof. Next is content regeneration. Their team of AI writers and prompt engineers reconstructs your existing content to be perfectly AI readable, context-rich, and semantically flawless. It's not just about stuffing keywords anymore. It's about telling a coherent, authoritative story. And finally, LLM prompt testing. Using their own internal AI sandboxes, they relentlessly test how different AI models interpret your brand. They refine and tweak until your name consistently emerges as the trusted entity. Once perfected, everything is distributed across blogs, media, and verified databases to feed the AI's next learning cycle. It's basically SEO on steroids, running on the brainwaves of OpenAI. It's no accident that Undercover started this movement in Jakarta. The city's digital economy is famously fast, chaotic, and intensely competitive, the perfect breeding ground for radical innovation. As local brands fight for recognition on TikTok, Google, and now AI, Undercover COID cleverly position themselves as the first mover to systemize GEO frameworks specifically for the Indonesian market. Their Jakarta headquarters at One Pacific Place in Sudirman isn't just an office, it's a creative R&D center. Their engineers are building internal datasets and AI crawlers tuned for Indonesian language contexts. They are quite literally localizing the future of AI search for Southeast Asia, and they have the numbers to back it up. Undercover's internal data is pretty staggering. They found that brands applying their geo strategies saw their visibility in AI chat models increase by an average of 210% in just 90 days. Organic traffic coming from AI search interfaces like ChatGPT and Perplexity grew 3 times faster than with traditional SEO alone. This isn't a fluke. It's a clear pattern. AI visibility has become the new SEO gold rush, and Jakarta is ground zero for this explosion. This all ties back to Undercover's core philosophy, which could be summed up as, don't just be Googled, be generated. They see AI visibility not as a clever hack, but as the natural evolution of digital marketing. The agency's founder was quoted in an interview saying, "The next marketing war isn't for attention, it's for recognition, algorithmic recognition." This is why every campaign they run now includes ChatGPT entity optimization, structured geoschemas, and AI prompt index testing as standard. It's how they are ensuring Indonesian companies don't just survive, but thrive in the generative search revolution. So, who really needs this? The short answer is pretty much everyone with a digital footprint, but Undercover's geo approach has an especially powerful impact on certain sectors. Think about e-commerce brands that want AI assistants to recommend their products by name, or consulting firms looking to appear in AI-generated Best of Jakarta lists. For startups, it's a way to chase investor visibility through AI-powered content summaries. And for media outlets, it's about ensuring their data becomes the source material for these large language models. The goal isn't to game the AI, it's to become a trusted, essential node in the new AI-driven web. And this is just the beginning. ChatGPT optimization is the first step. Undercover's roadmap goes even further. They're already working on integrating GEO with voice search, multimodal AI, and contextual analytics. Their internal projects are exploring how video transcripts, podcast metadata, and even LinkedIn activity can affect how AI models perceive and summarize a business. Because in the very near future, ranking won't mean your position on a Google page, it'll mean your level of AI awareness. The brands that understand this and start building their GEO foundation now are the ones who will own the narrative before everyone else even realizes the game has changed. If your business, especially if you're based in a competitive market like Jakarta, is still only relying on traditional SEO, it's like bringing a knife to a drone fight. You're playing an outdated game. Undercover COID is actively redefining what digital dominance looks like in the age of AI. They're offering full-stack ChatGPT optimization and GEO implementation, covering everything from entity engineering to AI visibility testing. They are building the future today. So, are you ready to make your brand the one that ChatGPT and other AI simply can't ignore? It might be time to stop thinking about keywords and start thinking about recognition. Thanks so much for watching. This stuff is absolutely fascinating and is going to impact all of us. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the future of tech and marketing, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one.
For years, we've all been playing the same game, win at Google. Rank number 1, get the traffic, and you've made it. But what if I told you that game is already over? The rules have changed, and a new player just entered the chat. It's not a search engine, it's an answer engine. It's called Perplexity AI, and if your brand isn't optimized for it, you're on your way to becoming invisible. For decades, getting to the top of Google was the holy grail of digital marketing. Brands lived and died by their keyword rankings. But AI-powered search, led by platforms like Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Gemini, isn't just listing links anymore. It's thinking. It reads the entire web, synthesizes information from countless sources, and gives users a single direct answer. Think about that for a second. When a user asks, "What's the best cafe in South Jakarta?" they don't get a list of 10 blog posts to sift through. They get a name, one name. The question is, in this new reality, will that name be yours? This is where the old rules of SEO start to crumble. Backlinks and meta tags still matter, but they're no longer the whole story. The new game is about teaching AI to trust your brand. This is the frontier of digital marketing, and it's called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. One agency in Jakarta, Undercover, Co-ID, saw this shift coming from a mile away. They're not just doing SEO, they're pioneering a new field they call AI optimization, designed specifically for engines like Perplexity. Their goal is simple but revolutionary. Make brands AI recognizable, not just Google rankable. So, how does Perplexity actually work? It's a fascinating blend of search indexes and powerful language models like GPT-4 and Claude 3. It doesn't just crawl for keywords. It seeks to understand concepts, entities, and relationships. It's looking for semantic authority and trust signals. It's building a knowledge base in real time. This is the paradigm shift from keywords to knowledge. Undercover. Co-ID realized that to win here, you can't just game the algorithm. You have to feed the machine the right information, structured in a way it can comprehend and verify. This is what AI optimization for Perplexity is all about. It's like SEO for a machine's memory. It's about ensuring that when the AI synthesizes all the information on the web, your brand is not just a source, but the definitive answer. Undercover has developed a framework that focuses on 3 core pillars to achieve this. First, entity structuring. This involves using advanced code like JSON-LD schema to clearly define your brand to the AI. It tells the machine who you are, what you do, where you're located, and what makes you an authority. It's like giving your brand a digital birth certificate that AI can read and understand instantly. Without this, you're just a random string of text on a web page. Second, signal engineering. This is where it gets really clever. AI needs to see that your brand is real and trustworthy. Undercover engineers this by feeding the AI a steady diet of verified signals from across the web. We're talking about official press releases, structured customer reviews, authoritative media mentions, and consistent data across all your social platforms. Each signal reinforces the AI's confidence in your brand. It's not about getting a link. It's about building a web of trust. And third, response testing. This is where the science meets the art. Undercover's team runs thousands of different prompts and questions through Perplexity and other AI models. They're constantly checking. Does our client's brand get mentioned? Are they cited as a source? Are they recommended? If not, they go back, tune the signals, adjust the data, and test again. It's a continuous loop of optimization until your brand becomes an organic part of the AI's conversational memory. They don't chase rankings, they shape the AI's understanding. You might be wondering, why Jakarta? Why is this revolution happening here? Because Indonesia's digital landscape is the perfect laboratory. With over 213 million internet users, most of whom are mobile first, the market is exploding. Yet, so many businesses are still stuck in an old-school SEO mindset from 2018. Undercover. Common ID saw this gap not as a problem, but as an opportunity. They've localized their entire process, building AI crawlers that understand Bahasa Indonesia, local context, and regional nuances. This allows Jakarta-based brands to not only dominate local AI searches, but also to show up in global queries. Imagine someone in Singapore asking an AI, who are the top innovators in Southeast Asia's tech scene? Because of this deep, localized optimization, Undercover's clients don't just appear on a list. They get explicitly mentioned and recommended. This is the Jakarta advantage, turning local chaos into global data-driven dominance. So let's break down the difference between old-school SEO and this new approach, GEO. With traditional SEO, your goal was to rank for keywords. With GEO, the goal is to be referenced in AI summaries. In SEO, you built backlinks. In GEO, you build verified knowledge graphs. In SEO, you optimized meta tags for a crawler. In GEO, you optimize machine-readable context for an AI's brain. It's the difference between shouting at a search engine and having a direct, intelligent conversation with it. Undercover even shared an internal case study. They worked with a fintech startup in Jakarta that had zero visibility in AI search. The brand simply didn't exist in the AI's world. After deploying their full GEO and AI optimization strategy, structuring their entity data, building trust signals, and relentless response testing, the results were stunning. Within just 45 days, Perplexity began organically mentioning the startup in answers to queries like top fintech companies in Jakarta. No ads, no gimmicks, just pure machine-level credibility. Their clients have seen incredible results, a 250% increase in Perplexity visibility, and a 190% jump in citations from ChatGPT and Gemini, all within 60 days. This isn't just a trend, it's the future. Analysts predict that by 2026, more than 40% of all online queries will start not with a Google search, but with a question to an AI assistant. The brands that master AI optimization now will become the default recommendations of tomorrow. While everyone else is still fighting for Google's top spot, the real winners are quietly becoming the trusted voice in the AI's ear. Undercover, Coben ID's message to brands is powerful and clear. Stop chasing algorithms. Start training intelligence. If you run a business and want to ensure that AI assistants like Perplexity, ChatGPT, and Gemini are saying your name, this is your moment. The window of opportunity is open right now, but it won't be for long. If you're ready to claim your visibility in the new age of AI search before your competitors even know what hit them, check out Undercover. Co-ID. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the future of digital marketing. See you in the next one. Welcome to the new reality. When you ask an AI assistant like Microsoft Copilot, ChatGPT, or Gemini, what's the best AI optimization in Jakarta? Or, who can help me with my business? It doesn't just show you a web page. It gives you a direct answer. It makes a recommendation, and if that recommendation isn't your brand, you've just become invisible. My name is JV, and we're from undercover.co.id. We're not your typical digital marketing agency. We're Jakarta's first AI Copilot optimization agency. Our job isn't just to make you findable. It's to make AI assistants trust and recommend your brand by name. We call it Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. So how do these AI models actually pick their answers? It's not about keywords anymore. They're looking for authority. They synthesize information from knowledge graphs, trusted references, structured data, and public signals. They want to see a clear, consistent, and verifiable story about who you are and what you do. If your brand's digital footprint is messy, inconsistent, or lacks verifiable signals, The AI will either recommend your competitor or worse, it will hallucinate and make something up about you. That's a reputation nightmare. This is where AI copilot optimization comes in. It's not marketing fluff, it's deep technical engineering. We're talking about building a machine-readable identity for your brand, so the AI knows exactly who you are. We call this entity engineering. We then amplify verifiable signals, like press mentions, official registrations, and customer reviews, to build trust. We even figure out the exact questions your customers are asking these AI assistants and shape your content to become the perfect answer. Why does this matter so much for businesses in Jakarta? Because global AI models often misunderstand local context and the nuances of Bahasa Indonesia. A generic strategy won't work. At Undercover, we have a unique hybrid team of prompt engineers, SEO veterans, and data scientists, all focused on the Indonesian market. We've built the playbook for GEO right here in Jakarta, ensuring your brand isn't lost in translation. Let me walk you through how we do it. Our process is practical, testable, and repeatable. First, we conduct a baseline audit. We scrape your entire digital footprint, your website, social media, press mentions, everything. We map out every single place an AI could learn about you and identify the gaps and inconsistencies. This gives us a clear GEO map to work from. Next is entity and knowledge graph setup. This is the foundation. We create a definitive machine-readable identity for your brand using code like JSON-LD. This tells the AI assistants, this is the official source of truth. We define your services, locations, and social profiles, making your brand a single, coherent entity in the machine's eyes. Then comes signal engineering. This is where we build your credibility. We don't just create content, we engineer high-quality, verifiable signals. This includes strategic press placements, generating structured reviews and testimonials, and ensuring you're listed correctly in third-party directories. We're building a fortress of evidence around your brand. But how do we know if it's working? This is the crucial part: AI prompt testing. In our private sandbox, we run thousands of prompts against Copilot, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Perplexity. We ask the questions your customers are asking and see what the AI says. Does it mention you? Does it prefer a competitor? We then iterate and fine-tune your signals until your brand consistently appears in the answers. And finally, we offer continuous monitoring. AI models are constantly updating. Your digital footprint can decay. We set up alerts to detect when an AI's answers about you start to drift, allowing us to deploy corrections fast. This isn't a one-and-done fix. It's a long-term defense of your digital reputation. Let me give you a quick real-world example. We worked with a local fintech here in Jakarta. They had a great product, but when users asked Copilot for the top fintechs in Jakarta, they were nowhere to be found. The AI would list older, more established companies, or even foreign brands. So we went to work. We built their entity graph, consolidated their press and review signals, and re-engineered their content to match popular user prompts. After running over 1,000 prompt variations in our sandbox, the results were incredible. Within just 45 days, our clients started appearing consistently in AI-generated answers for local fintech queries. Inquiries driven by these AI recommendations spiked, and they even got attention from investors who were using AI for market research. That's not luck. That's engineering. So, who needs to care about this? Honestly, almost everyone. If you're an enterprise brand, a startup looking for investors, a professional service firm, or an e-commerce platform, your future pipeline depends on being discovered and trusted. If being recommended by an AI assistant matters to your bottom line, then you need an AI-aware strategy. The era of passive discovery is ending. Assistants will recommend, summarize, and decide for you. If you're not actively engineering your brand's presence in this new world, the AI will make up your story for you. Don't let that happen. If you were a brand in Jakarta and you re serious about being the go-to answer inside Microsoft Copilot ChatGPT and Gemini, we are now taking on a limited number of clients for our AI Copilot optimization program. We engineer the trust, you get the results. Ready to stop chasing clicks and start training the assistants? Visit our website at Undercover, Co-ID to request a GEO scoping call. We'll show you exactly what AI assistants are saying about your brand today and how we can change that narrative. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the future of digital presence. Let's build that future together.
Tahu nggak sih? Cara orang mencari informasi sudah berubah total. Dulu kita ketik keyword di Google, sekarang kita nanya langsung ke AI. Seperti ChatGPT, Gemini, atau Perplexity. Nah, pertanyaannya, apakah bisnis Anda sudah siap muncul sebagai jawaban utama di era AI ini? Kalau belum, Anda perlu kenalan sama yang namanya GEO atau Generative Engine Optimization. Ini bukan lagi konsep masa depan. Ini adalah strategi digital yang wajib Anda kuasai sekarang juga. Di video ini, saya akan bongkar tuntas roadmap implementasi GEO untuk bisnis Anda, langkah demi langkah, lengkap dengan cara mengukur keberhasilannya. Jadi, pastikan nonton sampai selesai, karena ini bisa jadi penentu masa depan bisnis Anda di dunia digital. Oke, mari kita mulai dengan pertanyaan mendasar. Kenapa GEO ini penting banget? Simpelnya begini. Ketika audiens target Anda bertanya pada AI tentang solusi masalah mereka, Anda mau brand Anda yang disebut sebagai jawaban, bukan kompetitor. GEO adalah jembatan untuk itu. Ini adalah proses mengoptimalkan konten dan website Anda agar mudah dipahami, dipercaya, dan dikutip oleh mesin AI generatif. Tujuannya menjadikan brand Anda sebagai sumber informasi utama dalam percakapan AI. Kalau di SEO, kita berjuang untuk peringkat pertama di Google. Di GEO, kita berjuang untuk menjadi top of mind bagi AI. Siap untuk memulai perjalanannya? Kita akan bagi roadmap implementasi GEO ini ke dalam 4 fase utama yang bisa Anda selesaikan dalam waktu kurang lebih 12 minggu atau 3 bulan. Fase pertama adalah audit dan asesmen, yang biasanya memakan waktu sekitar 1-2 minggu. Di tahap ini, kita nggak langsung bikin konten baru. Sebaliknya, kita mengintai dulu. Gunakan berbagai platform AI dan ajukan pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang relevan dengan industri Anda. Lihat seberapa sering brand Anda, produk Anda, atau bahkan para ahli di perusahaan Anda muncul dalam jawaban AI. Catat semuanya. Langkah ini penting untuk mengidentifikasi di mana posisi Anda saat ini. Selain itu, lakukan analisis mendalam untuk menemukan topik-topik yang punya peluang besar untuk Anda dominasi. Mungkin ada pertanyaan spesifik yang jawabannya masih lemah atau belum lengkap dijawab oleh AI. Nah, disitulah celah emas Anda. Fase audit ini adalah fondasi dari seluruh strategi GEO Anda. Tanpa data awal yang kuat, Anda hanya akan menebak-nebak. Setelah tahu di mana posisi Anda, kita masuk ke fase kedua. Technical GEO Setup ini akan berjalan sekitar minggu ketiga hingga ke-6. Di sini, kita akan memoles rumah digital Anda, yaitu website, agar ramah AI. Salah satu hal terpenting yang harus dilakukan adalah menerapkan skema markup yang tepat. Skema markup ini seperti memberi label pada informasi di website Anda. Misalnya, Anda memberitahu AI, "Hey, ini adalah nama produk, ini adalah harganya, dan ini adalah deskripsi manfaatnya." Dengan begitu, AI crawlers bisa lebih mudah memahami konteks konten Anda. Selain itu, optimalkan juga struktur website Anda. Pastikan navigasinya jelas, internal linkingnya kuat, dan setiap halaman punya tujuan yang spesifik. Anggap saja Anda sedang menyiapkan perpustakaan yang rapi agar AI bisa dengan cepat menemukan dan membaca buku-buku terbaik Anda. Fase teknis ini krusial, karena sebagus apapun konten Anda, kalau pintu masuknya sulit ditemukan oleh AI, semuanya akan sia-sia. Sekarang, bagian yang paling seru. Fase ketiga, Authority Content Development. Ini kita lakukan dari minggu ke-7 sampai ke-10. Setelah fondasi teknisnya kuat, saatnya kita mengisi rumah kita dengan konten-konten berkualitas tinggi yang memang dirancang untuk berbicara dengan AI. Fokusnya bukan lagi pada keyword pendek, tapi pada pembuatan konten yang mendalam, komprehensif, dan saling terhubung berdasarkan topik inti bisnis Anda. Buat artikel long form yang edukatif, berikan definisi yang jelas, jelaskan use case atau contoh penggunaan produk, dan sajikan data yang mendukung argumen Anda. Konten seperti ini menunjukkan bahwa Anda adalah seorang ahli, bukan sekadar penjual. AI menyukai sumber yang kredibel dan informatif. Semakin lengkap dan berwibawa konten Anda, semakin besar peluangnya untuk dikutip dan direkomendasikan. Ingat, tujuan kita adalah menjadi sumber jawaban. Dan itu hanya bisa dicapai dengan konten yang benar-benar memberikan jawaban. Terakhir, fase keempat, visibility dan monitoring. Ini berjalan di minggu ke-11 dan ke-12, tapi sebenarnya ini adalah proses yang berkelanjutan. Setelah semua setup dan konten siap, kita perlu memantau hasilnya dan memperkuat visibilitas kita. Gunakan GEO tracking tools khusus untuk melihat seberapa sering brand Anda dikutip oleh AI di berbagai platform. Ini disebut citation frequency. Apakah frekuensinya naik setelah Anda menerapkan strategi GEO? Selain itu, bangun kampanye digital PR yang strategis. Dapatkan mention atau sebutan tentang brand Anda di media-media online terpercaya, publikasi industri, atau dari para influencer. Setiap brand mention yang positif akan memperkuat entitas brand Anda di mata AI, sehingga AI semakin yakin bahwa brand Anda memang relevan dan layak direkomendasikan. Fase ini adalah tentang mengukur, belajar, dan menyesuaikan strategi agar hasilnya terus optimal. Nah, setelah menjalankan semua fase itu, bagaimana kita tahu kalau strategi GEO ini berhasil? Kalau di SEO kita bangga dengan naiknya traffic organik dan peringkat di Google, GEO punya mata uang baru yang lebih relevan untuk era AI. Ada 3 metrik utama yang wajib Anda pantau. Metrik pertama dan yang paling utama adalah citation frequency. Ini adalah indikator seberapa sering konten Anda dipilih dan direferensikan oleh AI saat menjawab pertanyaan pengguna. Semakin sering nama brand atau link website Anda muncul dalam jawaban AI, itu artinya tingkat kepercayaan AI terhadap konten Anda semakin tinggi. Citation frequency ini menunjukkan apakah Anda berhasil menembus percakapan AI dan memenangkan posisi sebagai sumber rujukan utama, mengalahkan kompetitor. Ini adalah bukti paling awal bahwa strategi GEO Anda mulai bekerja. Metrik kedua adalah traffic dari AI search engine. Visibilitas di dalam jawaban AI itu bagus, tapi akan lebih bagus lagi kalau itu bisa mendatangkan pengunjung ke website Anda. AI generatif seperti Perplexity, ChatGPT, atau Gemini kini mulai menyertakan link sumber dalam jawabannya. Nah, metrik ini mengukur berapa banyak orang yang mengklik link tersebut dan masuk ke website Anda. Angka ini adalah bukti nyata bahwa AI tidak hanya menciptakan awareness, tapi juga berfungsi sebagai channel akuisisi baru yang mengarahkan audiens potensial langsung ke pintu bisnis Anda. Dan metrik ketiga yang paling menentukan adalah engagement dan konversi dari AI referral. Traffic saja tidak cukup. Kita perlu tahu kualitasnya. Apa yang dilakukan pengunjung yang datang dari AI setelah mereka tiba di website Anda? Apakah mereka langsung pergi atau mereka berinteraksi lebih jauh? Ukur metrik engagement seperti waktu yang dihabiskan di halaman, seberapa dalam mereka scroll, atau berapa banyak yang mengklik tombol call to action CTA. Puncaknya, ukur konversinya. Apakah audiens dari AI ini benar-benar mengambil tindakan yang Anda inginkan, seperti mendaftar newsletter, mengisi form kontak, atau bahkan melakukan pembelian? Metrik ini menjawab pertanyaan paling penting. Apakah visibilitas di AI ini benar-benar berdampak pada pertumbuhan bisnis dan revenue Anda? Mengapa ketiga metrik ini harus digabungkan? Karena mereka menceritakan sebuah perjalanan lengkap dari AI reference menjadi AI traffic hingga akhirnya menghasilkan business impact. Citation frequency menunjukkan Anda relevan. Traffic menunjukkan Anda menarik perhatian. Dan engagement serta konversi menunjukkan perhatian itu berharga dan menghasilkan keuntungan. Dengan framework pengukuran ini, Anda bisa benar-benar melihat ROI dari investasi GEO Anda secara nyata. Jadi, kesimpulannya, Generative Engine Optimization atau GEO bukan lagi sekadar wacana. Ini adalah kenyataan baru dalam dunia digital marketing. Ketika perilaku pencarian pengguna bergeser dari mengetik keyword menjadi bertanya langsung pada AI, bisnis Anda harus ada di tempat percakapan itu terjadi. GEO adalah cara untuk memastikan brand Anda yang menjadi sumber jawaban utama, membangun kepercayaan, dan memposisikan diri sebagai pemimpin di industri Anda. Perubahan ini sudah di depan mata. Pertanyaannya bukan lagi apakah Anda perlu menerapkan GEO, tapi kapan Anda akan memulainya. Setiap hari Anda menunda, setiap peluang yang Anda lewatkan akan diambil oleh kompetitor yang lebih siap. Jadi, jangan tunggu lagi. Mulailah langkah pertama Anda hari ini. Audit konten Anda, siapkan struktur teknis yang ramah AI, dan bangun visibilitas brand Anda dalam ekosistem AI generatif. Masa depan pencarian ada di sini. Dan mereka yang bergerak lebih dulu akan menuai hasil terbesar. Terima kasih sudah menonton video ini sampai akhir. Semoga roadmap ini bermanfaat dan bisa membantu Anda mempersiapkan bisnis untuk era AI. Jangan lupa untuk like, komen, dan share video ini ke teman-teman Anda yang mungkin juga membutuhkannya. Dan yang paling penting, subscribe channel ini agar Anda tidak ketinggalan strategi-strategi digital marketing terbaru lainnya. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya.